In the quiet town of Nsukka, nestled in the rolling hills of southeastern Nigeria, lived a young woman named Eder Journey. Eder, as she was fondly called, was the daughter of a retired school principal and a midwife. She was raised in a home where books were treasured more than gold, and education was the highest form of inheritance. From a young age, Eder's dreams were clear. She wanted to build a chain of agro-processing companies that would empower rural women, reduce post-harvest losses, and promote indigenous foods across Africa. Her father, proud and supportive, would often say, "My daughter, your brain is sharper than a razor. The world will hear your name one day." And it almost did. By the age of 24, Eder had bagged a first-class degree in agricultural economics from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. She had already started a small cassava flour processing business with 3 women in her village. Her ideas were fresh, her drive unstoppable. Grants from NGOs and mentorship from female entrepreneurs kept her motivated. But as the business started to gain recognition, another kind of pressure began to mount, from family, especially her mother. "Eder, you're almost 26. Your mates are already married with children. What is all this cassava and factory business when you don't have a husband?" her mother would say, sometimes in the middle of dinner. "I want to be stable first, Mama. Marriage will come at the right time." But her mother didn't agree. In her eyes, a woman's success was incomplete without a man beside her, preferably tall, responsible, and God-fearing. Then came the introduction. His name was Wesiu, a 34-year-old trader from Ibadan, Yoruba by tribe, who sold motor parts in Onitsha. He was tall, handsome, and polite, but he had never seen the inside of a university classroom. In fact, he didn't believe much in education beyond primary school. "No brain day sell market, not book," he would often say with pride. Eder was stunned. They were worlds apart, not just by tribe or language, but in values and vision. When she asked him about her plans for expansion, he laughed and said, "You dey do all this plenty work. Women suppose relax. Business not for men." She told her parents she wasn't interested, but her mother pleaded with her. "He's a good man. And see, he has money. You won't suffer. Entrepreneurship is risky. Marry and rest, Biko." Despite her protests, pressure built from every direction, extended family, friends, even the pastor. "You can change him," they said. "He will support you later." It wasn't just about marriage anymore. It was about compromise, culture, and control. Eventually, in a haze of exhaustion and guilt, she agreed. They married in a lavish ceremony in Ibadan, with a mix of Yoruba and Igbo customs. Eder moved into Wesiu's bungalow and paused her business just for a few months to settle in. Months turned into a year. Wesiu had no interest in her ambitions. He wanted a wife, not a partner. He expected food by 7 a.m., silence when watching football, and full attention at all times. When Eder spoke about reactivating her cassava project, he replied, "You are a married woman now. What more do you want?" One day, she attended a women's conference in Lagos without his permission. There, she met Ngozi Okeke, a celebrated agribusiness mogul who remembered Eder from her university days. "Why did you stop?" Ngozi asked. "Your idea could change rural economies." Eder's eyes welled up. "Marriage," she said softly. Ngozi held her hand. "Then change the marriage, or change the narrative. But don't let your dream die." That night, Eder sat in the bathroom, staring at her reflection. Her eyes no longer sparkled. Her skin had dulled. But something stirred within her. The next morning, she woke up at 5 a.m., prepared Wesiu's food, and wrote him a letter. "I cannot be what you want me to be. And I will no longer ask for permission to become who I am meant to be." She left for Nsukka that same day. Her return was met with gossip, judgment, and whispers of failure. But Eder didn't care. She restarted her business, this time with a broader vision. Within 2 years, she launched Eder Foods, a company exporting organic cassava products across West Africa. She trained over 300 women in 3 states, employed youth, and was invited to speak at the African Development Summit in Accra. Wesiu called once, then never again. he later remarried. Years passed. Eder never remarried, though she had suitors. She poured her love into her work, her people, and herself. One day, during a radio interview, a caller asked, "Eder, what advice do you have for young women forced to choose between dreams and marriage?" She smiled and said, "Marriage is not the opposite of ambition. But never marry anyone who fears the fire in your soul. Because when the time comes, you'll either burn quietly, or burn through everything holding you back." And the world did hear her name after all.